Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They give up the gut to Chandler. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll stick with Chandler. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Jones trying the left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Darnold now to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On a 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Has the connection to Hutchinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has his man. It's Addison. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Darnold looking to throw. This one falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Darnold. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling left, buying some time. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. Open space inside the 40. Down the sideline into the red zone. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers start off well to tie things 7-7. On now is McManus to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive start. Now Darnold. Completed right side to Addison. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They'll try it left with Chandler. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for third down. Now a give, it's Chandler headed left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got him, that's Addison. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Darnold. Bails out of the pocket quick. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. To throw, here's Darnold. And they score, it's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him set. Second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They stick with Jacobs. Oh, the football's loose. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Buys time, rolling right. Bouncing football. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. Watson with the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense going for it here, 4th and 5.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
Love from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Packers in possession. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Running on first here with Jacobs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 24. Has him on the quick hitter. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. Love on 3rd and short. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone, if you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And, well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Here's Love. That finds Jacobs complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Harrison Smith in on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. Cut by Jacobs. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So now here's 3rd and 5. To the air with Love. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. To the air, 3rd and long. Intended for Beckham, but it's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Wow, bringing it out from the back of the end zone here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Jones once more. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now the shotgun give to Chandler. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. He'll throw it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On second down, Jacobs. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on first. The defenders are there to get him at the line. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going run again with Jacobs. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Third and just 2 to go. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. Space past the 35. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Second down carry for Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. This time it's a passing play. Throwing the out route complete. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Now a give to Chandler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short when you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Looking for it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, well, it's the same as all his teammates out there who are about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He'll look to throw it. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Third down, 1 yard to go. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. They stick with Jacobs. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
This is Jacobs running left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Jacobs running behind center. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play, and in need of a look from the training staff. An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. In motion left is Beckham. Here he is to throw. Stays in the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Back to throw. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers make the play that should win them this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side.